I'm gonna have to come back to this one. It's like Wednesday of the next week. I'm supposed to have had this done on Monday already, and I just can't see getting this game to anything playable yet. I will come back to it. I just need some time to just sit with it and explore what it could be. And I guess that's one of the difficult things about Game a Week is that you just have to work with what you've got because it's so short and so small. So I'll come back to it. It's going to be like a fun little reference for the rest of these videos for me to come back to and just point to. Have it looming over every week that will follow. This game in week 3 was a bit much. It's just a little too technical and a little too complex. I haven't warmed up enough yet for that. And that's okay, as long as I get it done sometime over the next year. But I think that just adds to the excitement. It gives something else to look forward to. What is a gate? The Oxford Cambridge Merriam-Webster Collins Dictionary defines a gate as a hinged barrier used to close an opening in a wall, fence, or hedge. So this week's theme was gate, and it's a good one. I had a lot to work with in my brain coming into it, and I ended up just going with the most lame-ass thing and literally just going with gates. I think there's just so many cool things I could have done. I was thinking circuit board with and or gates on computers. I think that would have been really hot take. I just opened up Unity and I put a little dude in and made him walk through a gate and was like, that's cool, we're gonna run with this now. And just forgot about all of the interesting and kind of subversive stuff that I wanted to do, which happens. That's groovy. So how did I make such a mess of a game about gates? Well, let me tell you. There's this style of game where you have to rotate pipe segments to get a continuous stream from one point to another. It's called the pipe game. There's a million different knockoff variants of it, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to do it with gates. Of course, the logical decision is, before figuring out how to make pipe segments convert to gates, is to create a maze generator that will create a maze for you. Because who wants to make a maze by hand? This maze generator has everything you could need. Adjacency matrices, instantiation, random number generation, fail-safes, breakfast search, 7 different pipe segments. But you know what we don't have? A game. Because how the hell are you supposed to get a corner pipe segment to turn into a gate? How? It's just ridiculous. I had the Metal Gear Solid 5 IR gates in my head, like the sensor gates, when I was thinking about this whole thing. And even with that in my mind, it took me a day and a half to realize that futuristic gates are a thing, like these mechanical gates that come out of the floor. And so I came up with this guy, and it just took so long. It just took too long. I did this thing with the straight segments because it is functional. It's kind of annoying when you're stuck inside it because you can't move them the other way around, but it works. Sometimes. Looking back at it, playing Unfinished Heaven isn't actually that bad. It's just got a whole bunch of things that it's missing. I still need to add a win check and some sort of visual confirmation for that. I was thinking cattle running to the end. I don't know. The maze generator is janky. It doesn't work sometimes. My breakfast search is broken. Because of course, I need a way to store all the maze generations that I'm doing and not just generate them randomly at the start of every level and just have a level select. I mean, this has been a proper game. Looking back at it and actually having exported it as a playable thing, it's not as bad as I thought it was. But I just want to make it hard on myself and tell myself that I have to work on this in a week where I'm making another game. So yeah, let's just do that. That's great. But hey, you can tell me how much of a mess this game is. The download link is in the description. Next week's theme is going to be Shadow. I am not ready. I am not prepared yet at all. But I'll see you next week. Hopefully. I'm done. I've done it. It's a gate. It's a good game. It's fun to play. It's everything you would want. It's got great animations. You can open gates. Wonderful interactivity. It's everything you need. A little janky sometimes, but who cares? It's perfect.